today I'm gonna give you my top 2 tips on how to give your partner sensual massage, and I'll explain it all to you in under 10 minutes. You ready? Welcome to this channel. I am Lucy. I am here to talk about how to have more passionate, sensual, wildly intimate relationships. And I love things to be simple, to the point, and also from practical point of view. So I'm only giving you what I personally use. And today I'm going to give you my top 2 tips on how to give your partner sensual massage. And these tools are super simple. The first one is actually something that people would say, that's too easy, that's like, what is your point? But I do have a point. It is the setup. So most people would undermine this part, but especially for massages that are a little bit different and sensual as well, you want to get the setup right. For sensual massage, it is incredibly important because I want to create a sensual experience. And for that, I just cannot do it in a badly lit room or with a music that's too rough. Like, it's just not gonna work. It's gonna take you out of the experience. It is like watching a movie that's perfectly done. Everything works together. You don't even notice the music. You don't even notice the individual actors. You don't even notice the costumes. It all works in one lot because it's perfectly designed, so nothing takes you out of that. But if one component doesn't work, the music doesn't fit, or something is improperly done, it will distract you and it will take your thinking outside of it. And you will be thinking about something else than the movie. The same happens with the massage. If you don't do it right, your partner will get distracted, will start thinking about their daily life, and it's just not going to be the same experience. For sensuality to go deep, we want to do the setup right. So there are a few components. It is the music, it is the lighting, it is the temperature of the room, it is your setup of the space. So the music, not everyone has the same taste in music, and it's perfectly fine. But find something that makes you feel sensual. There's plenty of playlists on Spotify. Ramble around, find something, and when you feel that oozing, melting feeling, that's the music you want to use. Lighting. Best are the candles or fairy lights. You don't want to necessarily too sharp of a light. You just want to create something a little bit more subtle. So again, it helps your partner to relax and drop away off the world. And you don't need much light for this experience for you to massage their body. Another one, temperature. You don't want your partner to be cold, so just be a little bit mindful about how warm the room is the coziness aspect of it. When our bodies get excited, when we get into pleasure, I don't know a person that would stay cold. When we are in a peak of orgasm, peak of pleasure, we heat up. So the more heated our organism is, the more sensitive we get to everything. And so we want to create similar experience and not get ourselves cold, because when we are cold, our sensory acuity goes down. And the last one is just the space itself. So if you blankets, pillows, just make it comfy and cozy and comfortable to lie on, so your partner doesn't get distracted by being in pain, or you don't get distracted by being in pain because you're kneeling and it's just uncomfortable. So it goes down to thinking about yourself as well. Now is the time for the second tool, and that's elemental touch. So it is 5 different types of touch that you can use. It is not the same as having a massage technique and learning relaxation and remedial massage. It is about different types of touch that are more sensually based, and they are inspired by the elements. That's why the tool is called elemental touch. So these types of touch are ether, air, water, earth, and fire. Each of them have their own specifics, and they bring a different sensory experience, which is what we want. We are here for sensory experience. We are not here for deep muscle relaxation as you would go for remedial massage. Here we are just to have different sensations which create creates though the same Zen experience because it brings you so deeply into present moment that it becomes like a meditation in the body. And just using these 5 types of touch, I've done massages the last 90 minutes easily. You just use your intuition, you just use the flow, and you just go for it, and you just let that person deeply relax. So what are these? Ether is the space. It's etheric. It's the space. So like I can just go around a person's body and I just play with the energy. This one may be a little bit harder to grasp. Works for some people, for some you just don't notice, but it's nice to play with anyway. It's the personal space thing. You can just place to start with, just hand over their heart and over their belly, from the back, from the front and from the back, whichever way they're lying, and just connect to their body with your intention. And that's how you use ether. Perfect. Enough. It is enough. Right? Then there's air. Very soft on the skin. It's just cruising around as if someone was touching you with a feather. That's air. Water is the fluid movement. I'm using more of my palm and I'm creating the sensation of a wave over the body. And I can touch my partner everywhere. Then there's earth, which is the grounding. So I press into the muscles, whichever way it feels good. I just ram like press through the muscles from side to side. I just create a deeper feeling that presses into the muscles. You don't have to be afraid to use a little pressure, less and more. Just change, and you're creating different sensations. That's all you're doing. Forget about like pressing into the right spot, releasing their kinks. Forget about that. You creating sensory experiences. And the fire, it's more like scratching, something that sparks you up. Scratching, or slaps. Right? Like I just can pull. Something that's like a little bit more like sassy and decadent. Those are the fire touches. It wakes you up. So this is your 5 tools. This is your 5 types of touch. And all you do is you change the pressure, you change the speed. So I can go slow, super slow. The slower you go, the more people notice. You can try and go slow. Or then fast. And I interchange in between those. So I would go from like ether down to fire and then maybe again. And you can just create these waves with different types of pressure and speed, and just play with it. Use your intuition. When you see that they like something, just stay around a little bit longer and just give them a little more. When they don't like when there's no response, just cruise around and find the other delicious spot. And that's what you want to do. You just want to create this deliciousness and allow them to sink and sink and sink and sink deep into the feeling. The fun is you can even use your body parts, your hands, just one part. I can do this with my body, with my shoulder, with my feet. You can use tools. There's a whole lot to talk about. But if you do these 2 things, you set up the space properly and use your elemental touch, ether, air, water, earth, and fire with the speed and the pressure, you are set up. And it's gonna be amazing for both you and your partner. And that is all about how to massage your partner in actually under 10 minutes. Let me know in the comments, how did you go? If you have any questions, if there's anything you want me to talk about further that you would like to know more, let me know and I'll make a video about that. And I'll see you another time. Bye.